bitch, I just slammed my head against the wall trying to sit down, but it doesn't really cover the inner turmoil and pain I feel right now. Good morning, y'all. It's Timothy, and I look so pretty. Look at my earrings. They're so fucking gorgeous. And my necklace, so fucking gorgeous. And my ring, so fucking gorgeous. And my face, so fucking gorgeous. You want to know what's funny is that one of my online friends told me, hey, Tamir, you're so gorgeous in that new blonde hair you've been rocking. You should wear green jewelry because it'll bring out your eyes and your skin tone. And they were right. But you know what's sad about them? I did something really bad tonight that really, if it goes the way I'm intending, it'll really hurt my friend. Now, mind you, sometimes when I have manic episodes or whenever I just feel like evil, but like I can't even pin it on which of my many mental illnesses it is, sometimes I just do evil for the sake of evil. It makes me feel fucking good to know that I can make someone hurt in the way that I feel hurt, if not worse. It feels good to go scorched earth. It feels good to torch someone's trust in me, someone's love in me, especially if it was already on the way out. It's like, cool. I like doing the emotional equivalent of if someone tries to fuck me over, I want to make sure that they don't ever think to return if they know what's good for them. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I hurt people and it doesn't affect them whatsoever. I did something once terrible to this guy who I nicknamed Hot Adrian. If you're wondering, Hot Adrian was this weird guy who had like a FetLife profile and he went to glory holes and like multi-person gangbangs despite me explicitly saying to just let me know if he was seeing other people. So he'd be the type of nigga to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be chilling in San Jose with a friend for tonight, and he'd text me that at like 7 p.m. and I'd be like, oh, interesting. It's not gonna be that like 70-person MILF blow up like big titty gangbang that's funny enough you RSVP'd maybe to on FetLife that starts at 7:30. It's not gonna be that. He'd be like, no, it's not that. Nigga, it was that. And anyway, let's just say I try my best to communicate with people because I fucking love them. I try, even when I shouldn't try. I'll be like, please, let's talk this out. Let's explain this. Maybe you can just walk me through it. Why don't you want to be honest with me? Why do you want to sneak around and risk my health or do this or do that? But they don't. Do people respect me? They fucking should. And I like to punish them for when they don't. And it feels good, even though I know you're like, to me, if it feels good, why are you about to cry right now? Because it still hurts. Because it's like, why did they want to hurt me that way? And I don't want to hurt these people, or I do, but it's like I don't want to. Deep down I know that it's like, okay, I'm hurting them because I feel like it's my only option, because I can't trust them, I can't love them, they can't love me, they can't trust me. I'm trying everything, I'm doing it by the book, but they aren't. So you know what, fuck the book, burn the book, burn the path, burn the bridge that leads to me, burn everything down so there's nothing to come back to even if they wanted to. And so you know what I did? I did something fucking terrible to Adrian. I screenshotted his FetLife account and all of the messages he sent me. Terrible things that he told me he did to experiment. Things that, of course, you wouldn't want your family or your friends to know about. Disgusting, despicable, but some of them, like, not so bad. It's like, okay, like, maybe your family didn't need to know that you were gonna go to a glory hole to get slurped up by someone who, like, I don't want to even say, well, let's just say, a lot of disgusting things got found out by their family. A year later, so this happened back in like 2018. I just turned, it was like the year I was 18, just turned 18. Yeah, I remember that. I was looking for a low stress fuck buddy and he just happened to bring the stress, but he was the sexiest guy I'd ever met at the time. He was nicknamed Hot Adrian and Fine Ass Adrian for a reason. He was a Latino man with beautiful chubby cheeks, but like a nice tight jawline, very nice bushy brows, huge sparkling deep brown eyes like a cup of delicious espresso, and boy did those dark brown eyes energize me. Mind you, I'd only been interested in blue and green eyes at the time. If you really have brown eyes and you snatch my soul, you know those shits are really fucking good. Beautiful long lashes, wavy silky hair like no other. He felt like pure sex even just running my hands through his hair and kissing him. Full luscious lips, gorgeous face, amazing looking man. I fell for him hard. Lord no, like, as disgusting as it is, as someone who's anti-baby mama culture, I was so filthily attracted to this disgustingly slutty. He had a slutty little waist, nice sexy shoulders, ooh, long legs, tall, lean, supreme. He had everything I wanted in a man. If I had gotten pregnant by him as a teenager, I probably would have kept the baby and risked some years and generations of trauma and drama coming from being his baby mama. Accidental rhyme. Do it all the time. And I would have, like, the way he fucked me, Don't worry, niggas have since done better than him, but back then, that nigga was the creme de la creme, homie. That nigga was exquisite. Do you know how good you have to be at sex for someone like me who strongly believes in marriage and kids and like kids after marriage and all that shit to really be like, if he knocked me up, I don't think I'd abort it. Not even for the sake of having sex again. I would have just been honored to have his kid. That's a dangerous, disgusting level of attraction. I like, thank God, I'm like God. He caught like God. Anyway, I had a mental breakdown when things with him ended. Did some terrible things. A year later, funny enough, when I was going through another mental breakdown with another ex, and having a whole different type of mental breakdown, that definitely was a marker. Like, it's funny how with certain exes you can just see like which exes sort of acted as like emotional triggers for certain new unlocked mental illnesses that I didn't know existed yet. Yeah, but fuck those niggas. Like, honestly. No, I remember that specifically. I was heartbroken and fresh out of a fucked up situationship breakup with one nigga. Then out of nowhere, fine ass Adrian contacted me. He was like, hey, how are you doing? I was like, I'm okay, how are you? He was like, I'm good. I expected him to curse me out, say terrible things my direction, because mind you, I told some terrible things to his family. But no, he hit me up. And like, one thing led to another, and after a little bit of talking, somehow, some way, I ended up in the passenger seat of his car. Now, was fine-ass Adrian fine-ass Adrian? No, he was now mid-ass Adrian. Because he gained weight. And he got a haircut. And he lost his sexy nose ring. So now he was just some dude named Adrian. I think, like, that's all I need to say. So his effects wore off on me, thank God they did. And now he was just some dude. But I remember he talked to me, he was like, yeah, my family found out about what you did because you messaged them. But you know what? They didn't even really care. They just kind of brushed you off as crazy. Whether they believed it or not, they just were like, hey, let's not deal with it. I was really hurt at what you did for a while, but I forgave you. Because you know what? I figured you were really hurt and traumatized and had a lot going on. And I'm sorry for what happened between you, and I forgive you for what you did to me. And that was really nice. And if you're wondering how did the rest of that conversation go, a lot of amusing things happened, but let's just say he had a new girlfriend, and let's just say he was just trying to cheat on her. So he clearly was not some sort of moral icon either. So there's other stories I can say. Like, I've done a lot of bad in my life, like to the point where it's like, you know. And if you're wondering what started this video, oh, I was playing the video game Thirsty Suitors in my living room right now. If you're wondering, it's a very good video game. It needs a lot more higher reputation than it gets. It's one of those video games I play, like, whenever I bring myself to have the strength and courage and, like, energy to, like, actually play a living room video game in my fucked up ass situation. And I was feeling good this night. My housemate was out, so I was like, and my housemate's scared of me anyway because they were a little punk ass bitch. And I was like, you know what, let's have some fun. So I played the game, and the game has multiple characters, spoiler alert, where they just, like, you feel for them. Like, there's characters that feel the need to be liked by everybody. Always. There's characters that have done selfish, narcissistic, terrible actions to other people and have to atone. There's characters that lash out and have big egos or small egos and fragile self-esteem and won't admit certain things to themselves. And it's like, it's one of those games where sometimes you see the people you date in them, sometimes you see yourself in it, and you just have to be forced to reconcile with, like, yeah, like, the main character of the game is a terrible person in a lot of ways. Her name is Jala. Sometimes we've all been a Jala. We don't want to admit it, but sometimes, yes. Not all of us are motherfucking Mary Teresa. Some of us are a Jala. Some of us hurt people. Because we're hurt, or because we have issues internally. I hurt someone I care about today. Do I feel bad about it? It's uploading. Like, I try! Oh, sorry. I guess I should unpack how I feel about this friend. Now, my video camera doesn't have a lot of bars, but I'll probably continue this later, worst case scenario. I'll say it like this. Their name is Karen. I met them by surprise. They came into my life because of a mutual friend who I had known for years. Like, I'm talking a mutual friend I've had since 2021. Was the mutual friend Talia all that good to me? When we first met, absolutely. As time went on, fuck no. Like, they went from the type of person to talk you into breaking up with your boyfriend because you deserve better and you're such a slay girl boss or whatever, into, like, now they were just someone who whined on the internet constantly about not having friends or people that cared for them but would never reciprocate any effort their way, and would complain about their family but not recognize their found family. And just like this, Talia became a selfish individual. I checked out of our friendship a long time ago. But you know what got me through the winter when I went through so much bullshit with a bunch of different niggas? My friendship with the person I met through Talia, Karen. Karen was wonderful. Karen was sweet. Like, Karen was the type of person where they came into my life by surprise. Like, we just became mutuals one day, and next thing you know, I'd wake up with like 40, like, they'd like 48 tweets of mine a day. And they'd follow all my social media posts, and they would like applaud me for any little thing. Even some of my worst takes, they'd still like back me up for. Like, they were truly a blessed friend. Or ally, back then. I remember one of our first video calls, I thought to myself, this person seems annoying as fuck. And, like, fucking lame. But you know what? As time went on, we found things in common. Three of us, the three, I won't say amigos because we all have fucked up genders, but I'll say, like, the three homies, all having, like, bi-weekly movie nights and talking it out and unpacking lesbian context in movies like Carnivals of Souls and shit. I mean, subtext, you know what I mean? And it was nice. And then time went on, and, you know, we started getting, next thing you know, Talia wasn't joining the group calls with me and Karen. They weren't. Like, next thing you know, it was just me and Karen. And then next thing you know, it's like during one movie night where Talia hung up, I didn't hang up, and I knew Karen was still going to be up, so we talked, and they confided in me a bunch of stuff about their life. And it felt good, and I thought to myself, this is what I like, this is what I want, this is what I need. A platonic friend who I can be there for, who makes me feel special and I make them feel special. I want to feel wanted and needed. I want to help them, because I know how it feels to be alone. I wanted to be there for them so fucking bad. I thought to myself, they are going through a lot, and I know how it feels to go through a lot, and I know that I have the gift of gab. I know that I can guide them emotionally through this, because Karen went through something where their mom almost died on the floor in front of them, and their whole family moved past it, but they didn't. And that fucked up Karen. And I care for people. I do, even if I don't know them very long. I'm known to care about people. I wanted them to be okay. So me and Karen talked, and we got closer after that. Next thing you know, it'd be like 140, I'd wake up to like 146 notifications from Karen. If I woke up, they'd be the first person to know. We started talking all the fucking time. Next thing you know, it went from like 1 hour, 2 hour phone calls to 3 hour phone calls to 7 hour back-to-back 2 day in a row phone calls and movie nights and constantly in each other's face talking and stuff. And it became obsessive, and I liked it. As sickening as it is, I loved the fact that after maybe a fucking year or several years even of absolute hell with abusive relationships with all these fucked up ass with all these fucked up ass people I met, I finally had something consistent, and they were too. They were extremely happy. They did not want to admit how obsessed they were with me, but eventually they did. A mutual obsession is great, but this is what broke it. We had a Discord call, and I remember I already caught myself getting feelings for them. It's not exactly the hardest thing to do, getting feelings for someone who you know is emotionally empathetic, very charming, very funny, witty, intelligent, sweet, thoughtful, and claps for you at any given moment. It's not hard to fall for someone like that. And I thought to myself, how could I fall for someone who's all the way across the country? I'll get over it. How am I gonna fall for someone like this? I only know what their profile picture looks like. I know nothing about them. Until the worst thing in the world happened, we had a Discord call. You know what fucking happened? Their video camera turned on accident. And then I heard them say, oh, fuck. And I was like, hey, it's okay. I don't mind. Hey, show me what you look like. Show me. Show me. And you know what happened? They showed me. And you know what happened? The worst, disgusting, most terrible thing in the world. I found out that my friend, my closest friend in ages, the one who I was so happy to have nothing but platonic bond with, you know, someone I didn't have to suck the dick of or fuck just to keep their interest in me. You want to know what happened? They were exactly my fucking type. 6'2", broad shoulders, nice pecs, sexy waist, long legs, nice ass, beautiful Johnny Depp in the 90s-esque hair. Oh, the facial hair, the lips, the sparkling, beautiful, deep brown baby doe eyes. I was so fucking attracted to them. It was so lethal and unfair. It felt like a cruel gift from some higher power or from some underpower. It felt like a nigga from hell was like, yeah, Timothy, we know what will fucking destroy you. And mind you, this is the same friend that also told me that I should wear green jewelry because it would bring out my eyes. Let's just say I think we both got feelings for each other. And let's just say I was willing to admit it, they weren't. And I know you're like, Mitty, why would you think they had feelings for you if they explicitly rejected you? I'll say it like this. Platonic or romantic obsession, they had a period of time where they didn't eat for several days because I asked for space post me confessing feelings to them. Not because I needed them romantically, of course not. I was fine just having them as a friend. It was solely because I know how I get. I get Joel Goldberg. I get Daniela from Haunting Ground. I get Pearl from Pearl. I get Gone Girl. I get fucking insane when I like somebody. And people get insane over me. People act like I'm fucking Tomi from the Junji Ito collection. And for every fucking good reason. Like, God bless. Have you seen me? Not to sound cocky. It's just like, I'm loving God's creations. I'm loving whoever the fuck decided to put me on this planet. Yes, I know that's arrogant, but have you ever considered I have a lot more wrong with me than liking myself? I'll say this, my love. Also, sorry if that was arrogant, but I'm pretty, and I love myself a lot. I knew how I would get with the romantic obsession. I knew how it would get. I was already the type of person where we would end a Discord call and I'd have to use my vibrator for several hours just to fucking go to sleep. I was daydreaming about a fucking, like, ooh, what if our kid had their face? What if we had a wedding? Ooh, would I wear like a mermaid style gown or like one of those big princess poofy ones? Or how would it look? Like a fishtail dress or like a quinceañera dress but white? I was like, you know, I was already going through all of their social media that they... I remember the Discord call we had where... Okay, well, let me say certain things in chronological order. I'll put it like this. If they didn't have feelings for me, we wouldn't have 7-hour phone calls where I would still see them staying up for another hour liking every single tweet I made and back reading my account constantly and obsessively. They would have not been on their private account talking about how they can't stand the heat of their fucking heart thumping through their chest and the burning in their fucking system whenever they think of me. They would not talk about how miserable it is to have that heat in their system. They wouldn't have stayed up for another extra hour on Discord with their Spotify flashing all sorts of love songs. I'm talking like Love Bomb by like XLA, I think that's the name of the song, or motherfucking You're the One by the Woes. They wouldn't have been tweeting sappy shit. They would you know, nigga, it's like, okay, you fucking had a 7-hour long phone call with me, and the next morning the first thing you do when you wake up is talk about how you're thinking about a relationship, but you probably couldn't. If they didn't have feelings for me, I don't think they would have had a Discord call where they were so desperate and hyperventilating, unprovoked. Mind you, imagine me having a Discord call with you where I'm not talking about the romantic shit, but you're the one to bring it up, and then you're like, it's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I just can't because I'm broken. And then you rant to me unprovoked about how you're so broken that you can't date. And that you can't trust yourself to date because you feel damaged because of your multi-year relationships where you didn't choose the right people and got emotionally abused. I was okay with all of that. I just asked for a single, like, day or two of space. And you know what happened when I asked for a day or two of space? I remember, we have different time zones. They're in, like, Virginia or something. I'm in California. So I get it. It was rough for them. So in their time period, like, you know, they tried to go to sleep at midnight but probably couldn't because they were stressed about me. They woke up at like 5 or 6 a.m. And then by their time, it was like, what, like 5 p.m. where they tried to reach back out to me and like casually slip their way into my life. But on my end, I went to bed pretty early and I have a very fucked up circadian rhythm or whatever the fuck they call it. So from my perspective, I woke up at like 1 p.m. and they were already harassing me. It's like, oh, I didn't get a full hour of being awake before you were trying to spam me. Now, did I like it? Of course I did. I fucking adored them, romantically and platonically. But I wanted to give it the romantic aspect because it's like, I want a friend that I don't feel the need to furiously masturbate to. And I truly did adore them. But like, next thing you know, not even a full 24 hours passed and they were like waking up in the middle of the night every fucking like 10 to 30 minutes, having nightmares, checking their phone in a cold sweat, seeing if I messaged them, starving themselves. And it went like 1.5 days, almost a full 2 days of them not eating. I intervened early because I thought to myself, okay, you know what? There's 30% feelings left, and I don't think they'll grow. I truly want my friend to be okay because I love them that much, and I admire them, and I want them to be okay. But mind you, we got obsessed with each other way too fast. We were okay acquaintances for months, mind you. We only were like friends for 2 weeks, but it was such a quick and heavy and intense attachment that it was fucking dangerous. And I knew that. You think I didn't fucking know that? I knew it. I knew it was gonna be dangerous. I loved them so much that I didn't want to harm them. I know how I get. I hurt people for fun when I feel wronged. I hurt people. I get obsessive and anxious and attached and dangerous, and I didn't want to fucking hurt someone who I cared about. The first person who was able to care about me after fucking years of not being able to be cared about. People just talking about themselves or talking through me, using me for an ego fucking boost. Ex-boyfriend Liam just being around and not being able to talk about shit but Elden Ring. No opinions on anything. Fucking fleeting love bombed attachments, all that. Do you know how much it fucking hurts to see people have feelings for you but never address them? Because if they don't hate themselves, they dislike something in you, which is sick, because it's like, why approach me in the first fucking place? But they usually see issues in themselves. Funny enough, most people think of themselves so highly that they hate what they are. They think that they can't truly impress me. They think to me is so amazing and gorgeous and smart and intelligent and pretty and empathetic. I am not worthy of her, but I want her. But deep down, I'm not worthy of her, so I need to lie to her. I need to act like I'm better than I am. I need to hide things. I need to be secretive. I need to push things away, and it fucking makes me sick. Because it's like, as someone who craves attachment, do you know how much it sucks to meet people who crave you, but will never be fucking honest with you? They'll never fucking just, it's like I tell niggas, just be yourselves around me. I can love you through whatever the fuck you got. Just don't hurt me and please be yourself. But you can never even get that. So you know what happened with Karen? We got back in good contact for a bit, and they still showed signs of attraction and mixed signals. Fuck them. And they still showed signs of obsession and were still doing little things that definitely painted a wrong idea. And I thought to myself, whether it's delusion or real, I think I need more space. Like a week or so passed, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm noticing that I'm tweeting about going on a date, and suddenly as soon as I tweet about how good the date went, they're offline for 3 hours, unreachable by anybody, when they were just online. I'm noticing little things they say and do my direction. I'm noticing. Whether they like me or not, they needed to figure their shit out. And I needed to figure my shit out. I wanted to have our friendship last long, because I knew what would happen. I knew that I could be a danger to others. And I thought to myself, this is such a lovely bond. The most wonderful bond I've had in ages. I'm waking up after 2 days in a row of 7-hour phone calls. Actually, I've been bedridden for almost an entire fucking year. Actually, yes, an entire fucking year. From so much trauma, and I'm able to actually stand up and eat and go on walks and enjoy the sunlight and not think about horrible men I had sex with who wronged me or romantically destroyed me. I'm able to just think about Karen and Talia and Katie and all of our wonderful online friends. I'm able to be happy because I know that instead of me just talking into the fucking void, I have someone who's there for me, who cares for me, genuinely cares, like, hey, did you eat enough today? Did you do enough today? What have you been up to? Tell me about your life. I love your paintings. I love your artworks. I love your screenwriting. I love you. And I loved being loved, but it's like, I reciprocated it, but I didn't want them to get hurt. And if they're like, tell me, what would you have done if you hurt them? I'll put it this way, the shit that I did tonight, that hurt them, I'm sorry that I did it. I'm sorry. But deep down, I think I'm happy that I hurt them. And I'm going to tell you why. I asked Karen for the second time for just some space. And this time, since they were beating themselves up about it and being weird, I told them, I said, I listed out the mixed signals, and I said, whether this is delusion on my behalf or you're repressing something, I just need space so I can work it out, so that I'm able to see it. I'm able to see you flirting with other people. I'm able to see you talking to me a certain way. I'm able to just see things and not take it personally and not think about it. I'm able to be fine because I care about you. And they had such a self-hating mindset where they would just, it's like they would always internalize something, always beat themselves up, and I hated that because I don't like people who hate themselves. Like, if I have the nerve to love you, at least believe it. Anyway, I was like, here, how about this? Instead of a full 24 hours, I'll just contact you at like, let's say 8 p.m. your time, 5 p.m. my time. And I did, and you know what they did? They fucking ignored me. And then shit hit the fan so quickly, and I kept trying to talk to them, and they kept fucking ignoring me and ghosting me. I'm zipping up my jacket, that's not a fort. And it didn't go well, and it all happened so fast. The next thing you know, I attempted suicide twice, and the next thing you know, they almost came back, and then they got scared again, and then I got scared, and then let's just say they kept thinking I was gonna fucking abandon them, and they were scared about that. And it just so much happened. It's hard to even describe. All I know is I feel bad about it. I feel so fucking bad because I really did enjoy Karen's company. Do I know that it's better without them? Deep down, yes. I know that I have certain things in a path that I have to unlock without their presence. It doesn't change the fact that I'm fucking sad about it. Because as much as I enjoyed Karen, I know what they are. Let's just say, I tried to send them a gift to their address, like after shit hit the fan way too hard, and I said some extremely disgusting and lethal things in their direction. Let's just say, like, a week or so went by, and I only found out today that they got it. And so I lashed out really hard today, because I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna never think about them again, I might as well do something to ensure that I can never go back and they can never go back. Because that always happens with people. I try my best to communicate. I try my best to feel love and express myself and be honest and vulnerable, and they don't. And by the time they think to, it's always way too fucking late. And then I start getting mentally ill. And do you think I want to get mentally ill? No. Well, depends on the context. If it were up to me, I'll put it this way. If a bitch says she wants some space, give her some space. Karen is the type of asshole where, I don't know if you know the story of the guy who goes into hell to try to get his wife from Hades in the underworld. And then Hades is like, okay, but you have to walk entirely up the stairs without looking back. So that you can guarantee, like, so you have to just not look back before she gets out. Karen is the type of person where they would get 2 steps and then turn around while claiming it's out of love. It's like, no, nigga, you just doomed us. I needed space because I knew how it would get. I know what I have. I know the mental illness is in here. It's so much. I hurt Karen again today. And do I care? A part of me is like, you know what? Fuck them. Because if they didn't want to come back, fucking stay gone. Whatever happens to you, happens to you. Because I don't want you to be happy anymore. And I know that's so fucking selfish and disgusting to be like, oh, if you're not around me, you don't deserve to be happy. No, I mean more so, I'm going to try my best to make you unhappy. Because in order to not see you as a friend, I need to hurt you. And then if you get hurt by me so bad, I should not be able to carry the weight because now you're just a stranger to me. You want to be a stranger to me? Then I'm going to hurt you in a way that ensures I hurt you and I feel good about it or don't care, as if you're just some stranger who jostled me in the street just to immediately fall over. Or like you're some asshole who cut me in line just to be rejected service. I see it like that. And is that good? Fuck no. It's toxic and very bad. But I kind of like being bad. I like being mentally ill, and I like hurting people for fun. Is that healthy? No, it's not remotely healthy. But you know what? It's what I do. And I knew what I did, and I wanted to protect them so fucking bad. I wanted to. And did I? I didn't protect them. They were my friend. I wanted to just love them. I wanted it to be simple and easy. I remember I sent them a letter. And I sent them some rings. I remembered their cool tone. I remembered their insecurities. I remembered what they loved. I remember what they wanted to try that they were too afraid to do before they met me. I remembered so much, and I was going to put in a love letter, but you know what I found out? I found out that they moved on way too quickly after our friendship onto someone who I introduced them to. And it was right before the ring package and the letter that I was drafting on Google Drive was going to be delivered to their place. I don't know how to explain the rage I felt at like, oh, so you had the nerve to be fucking obsessed with me. But when I asked you for space, you acted like it was so hard. But oh, now it's so easy to move on as if I never fucking existed and not spare a single word my way. They could have spared a word my way in advance. They could have answered my fucking messages when they had the chance. But no, they spent hours, and because they spent hours not messaging me back, I lashed out really fucking hard. Multiple times. I don't think they were really deserving of being my friend. And I know you're like, why not? To me, didn't they show you in so many ways that they were deserving from being loving and caring? Yeah, but not enough. Because if I truly say to you a boundary that I have to have set, and you can't even respect and love me enough to give me a single fucking 24 hours of space without fucking guilting me and making me feel terrible and ghosting me on purpose and seeing me stressed out and drunk and caring for you and trying for you, and you fucking leave me on red on all those different fucking platforms, how fucking dare you? Because you know I care for you. It's hard enough to be vulnerable, and I tried so hard. I loved them, and it's disgusting to say that. I know it was such, like, but still, I thought we had a connection. I wish that they believed in our connection enough to believe that I wasn't just gonna fucking leave them on a whim. And maybe that's hypocritical because it's like, hey, but no, it's not, because it's like, I was not asking for too much at all. I wanted to be able to be their friend in the sense of long calls and everyday contact without thinking about like hypothetical marriage or kids or hooking up if they ever travel my way. I wanted to be their friend in the sense of giving them like makeup advice and jewelry advice and hyping them up because they were so fucking insecure, and I wanted them to be happy. I truly did. I wouldn't have sent them the gift of the rings if I didn't want them to be happy. But did they want me to be happy? I can pinpoint many, many times where I didn't ask for much. I asked for a text back. I asked for no guilt. I asked for respect. Did I get it? No. I truly loved them. And I know you're like, Timothy, love. Don't worry, not romantically. Platonically. I still feel so blessed to have ever met a person like that, but at the same time, I'm so disgusted that things ever got as severe as they did. Because as much as I appreciate them, don't get me wrong, if they had done what they needed to do of moving on to someone else and acting like I didn't exist, they could have done it a lot fucking sooner. Maybe if they did do it sooner, we would have still been friends that have nice, like, we would have by now watched Kill Bill 2 and all the other movies they have on Plex together. We would have talked and hyped each other up and had so much fun with me not being in love with them romantically. With them not having panic attacks and starvation. I knew it was getting codependent. It was getting to a point where we couldn't handle a single fucking day without each other. Which is, as much as I love the idea of being loved back, and I love the idea of being loved back, but I know deep down the consequences of when an obsession happens, even if it's mutual. You don't get threatened with over 8 restraining orders without eventually learning how it starts. I wanted Karen to be happy. With me or without me, but especially with me. I wanted so much for them. But, alas. Karen is not as emotionally mature as me, and I guess this was a lesson that kind of taught me, like, hey, you know what? I was strong enough to recognize the signs of codependency and attachment that would have gotten dangerous. And I was able to recognize, hey, as much as I adore you, we need to practice space. I need this boundary respected, this. They don't respect boundaries. They don't even respect themselves. They don't even love themselves. That's why they always rush to be in the face of someone new. And I recognize that shit because I do it too. But it's still like, come on, nigga. Like I liked them enough where I wanted to just wait a single day, check in on them, and then go another day just to make sure that's like, okay, one day to fucking feel our emotions and self-reflect and do inner work, another day to actually make sure we have hobbies in our life that aren't entirely relying on each other. I would have watercolor painted, they could have watched a movie with a friend if they really felt like it, or even better, they would have just like went for walks in the woods and journaled and processed emotions. Because the type of nigga who rejects me romantically because they claim they want to prioritize themselves first and not get wrapped up and obsessed with anybody, they sure fucking do a terrible job at trying not to get wrapped up and obsessed with everybody, because they moved on to me, to our other friend, real quick. And it's like, come on now. So while they're out there, like, sure, they paused their obsession with me. I have a slur I want to call them, and I'm not going to say it. Guess what? I've made friends with celebrities. I have started open mics and showcases. I have had amazing, wonderful opportunities come my way because I know deep down that as much as I love myself and as much as I love other people, I don't need the love and validation of someone else. And there's still plenty I can do to move on from someone. And that, you know, sometimes you see someone who's beautiful and you know deep down they will fuck you up long term. Just like how you can't eat candy every day, or you can't drink Mountain Dew every day. Even if you love it, it'll be bad for you. You need gaps in it. Everything in moderation. They didn't want moderation. They wanted unhinged love. Did I, to an extent? Of course, in a disgusting, beautiful, primal way, I did. But I loved them enough where I saw them not just as a fantasy to be fulfilled, but also as a person to be respected. And they didn't give me that mercy, so fuck them. I'm sorry that I hurt them today, but deep down, they didn't respect me. Because even after they got my gift, even after they got my letter, even after all these, just nothing would have ever been enough for them. No amount of communication, just out one ear and through another. Because whatever insecurities and brain rot and stupid fucking godless bullshit going on in their mind would have not changed the fact that that's a person who hates themselves and will always want someone else to fill the fucking gaps where they will never fill themselves. Anyway. Also, what's funny is that niggas always come back into my life even if I hurt them. Usually. And I respect them less for it. Because it's like, oh, you truly hate yourself. Where I can damage you and you want me back. They damaged me. Do I want them back? That's a question that I'll figure out someday. But as of now, I'll say it like this. They should stay gone if they know it's good for them. And even if they came back, they should not be allowed back in. And God bless that I was able to meet them, and God bless that I loved myself more than I loved them. It's a testament to my growth as a person. So shout out to the niggas that managed to forgive me throughout any bad shit whatsoever, but deep down, if they loved themselves, they would have never done that. But some people like fast results instead of actual growth. That's why that nigga Adrian would have cheated on his girlfriend instead of doing any inner work. Because it didn't matter if someone hurt him or not. What mattered is, would he feel good temporarily? And I don't respect losers like that. Thank you. I love inner work and long-term results, not instant gratification. So fuck Karen, and God bless. Amen. Peace out. Bye.